Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with the top 5 best PC hardware deals of the week. Haven't done this series in a little bit, and really the reason because of that is because the deals haven't been that great. I was able to scrounge up a few pretty good deals for this video, but even this week, nothing too amazing. But still, if you guys are in the market for certain things, there are a few decent deals to check out. So let's get right into this with number 5. Number 5, let's start off with some storage. The Seagate BarraCuda 2TB hard drive is down to $67. Typically, these hard drives go for around $70 to $75. And I've been one of the people that have been advocating that if you're building a new PC, it might be a really good idea to forego a 1TB drive and get a 2 or 3TB drive instead. The reason being is because game file sizes are just going up and up. You've got games coming out that are ranging from 50 to 70 gigabytes, then you've got DLC, updates, all that kind of stuff, and some games go nearly to 100 gigabytes. So it's not a bad idea to get a 2TB drive, especially if you're the gamer like me where you're buying a lot of games on Steam and you want to have them downloaded at all times. Yeah, you can delete and reinstall games, but in my opinion, that's a little annoying. So a 2TB drive for $67 is a really good deal. This was actually a little bit cheaper. There was a promo code for a little bit that knocked it down to $60, and that was a great deal. Unfortunately, that has ended, but still at $67, I think this is a very solid pickup. For number 4, we've got a pair of power supplies. We're just gonna leave them both at number 4. First of all, the lower end one, the EVGA 450 watt 80 plus bronze certified power supply is $30. Along with it, it has a $10 mail-in rebate, knocking it down to just $20. This is a pretty good power supply for a entry-level build. If you're looking to put in a power supply for a pre-built computer, this would be really good, and then you can throw in a lower to mid-end GPU and you'll be good to go. It is only $20, so don't expect the world, but 450 watts and 80 plus bronze certified, definitely a pretty solid pickup. Also, the SeaSonic M12 520 watt fully modular power supply is $55. Along with that, you have a $20 mail-in rebate, knocking it down to $35. Pretty solid power supply here too, a little bit higher end. This is fully modular, so it'll make cable management a lot easier. And SeaSonic has a really good track record with their power supply, so if you're looking for something a little bit more reliable and something that'll make cable management a little easier, a fully modular PSU from SeaSonic is definitely the way to go. However, if you don't take advantage of the mail-in rebate, this isn't really that great of a deal. I mean, $55 for a 520 watt power supply, that's nothing to write home about. But if you take advantage of that $20 mail-in rebate, $35 for a 520 watt fully modular power supply, now that is a huge thumbs up. Moving on to number 3, we've got a motherboard. The MSI Z170A Pro LG1151 motherboard is $100, and along with that, you've got a $20 mail-in rebate, knocking it down to $80. A Z170 board that's fully sized for $80, that is an awesome deal. Typically, these motherboards go for around $110 to $120, even higher than that in some cases. And this one for $80 is a great deal, and even if you don't take advantage of the mail-in rebate here, $100 for this motherboard, still a pretty decent deal. So if you're looking for a Z170 board, this is a great option. You'll be able to do some overclocking, and yeah, just a really good deal on an MSI board. And then if you take advantage of the mail-in rebate, well then that's just a ridiculously great deal, and would highly recommend to pick that up if you are looking for a new motherboard. Moving on to the final 2, we've got 2 GPUs. First, number 2, I'm going to mention the Asus ROG GeForce GTX 1080. This is the Strix GPU. So it's $535. Along with that, you've got a $30 mail-in rebate, knocking it down to $505. That's a pretty good deal on a GTX 1080. However, the icing on the cake is Ubisoft has been doing their promos with NVIDIA GPUs. You get a free copy of either For Honor or Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. Those 2 games are pretty recent release, still value them very highly at least $35 to $40. And now Asus is also throwing in a free copy of Dawn of War 3. So not only do you get a free copy of For Honor or Ghost Recon Wildlands, you also get a free copy of Dawn of War 3, and that makes this deal ridiculous because Dawn of War 3 is a very recent release, and I still value that game at like $50. I value For Honor or Ghost Recon Wildlands at least $40. Those 2 games valued at $90 essentially makes this GPU like $420 after the mail-in rebate. That is absolutely insane. So if you want to pick up a 1080, I don't know how much longer Ubisoft is going to be doing their promotion. Asus just started this with Dawn of War 3. Dawn of War 3 just came out, so it makes sense for that to go on for a little bit longer. But this 1080, absolute steal, because those are 2 games that I feel if you're getting them for free, you're gonna play them, you're gonna get some enjoyment out of them. And 2 games that have been reviewed relatively well. I mean, the Ubisoft games, I wasn't a big big fan of For Honor. And Ghost Recon Wildlands, I've heard that some people really like it, other people not so much. But still, you get that for free, and that is a great incentive to buy this GPU. So if you're looking for a 1080, this is a great option. Finally, we go from the really high-end GPU in the 1080 to the Gigabyte Radeon RX 460 at number 1. It's down to $115, and along with that, you've got a $30 mail-in rebate, knocking it down to just $85. I should also mention that this is the 4GB model, which is nice. Definitely not the Supreme King GPU in the world, but it's a solid option for those of you looking for a lower-end GPU to run lower-end games such as League of Legends, World of Warcraft, CSGO, all that kind of stuff. This GPU will tear through, and you can also dabble in some higher-end games such as Fallout 4, Metal Gear Solid 5, even The Witcher 3, obviously not maxed out at 1080p and 60 FPS, but medium settings, 45 frames per second, still definitely playable. And for $85 after the mail-in rebate, a pretty good option. So that's gonna wrap up this video, guys. As always, thanks for watching. If you have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comment section down below. And I should reiterate, that 1080 deal is really good. I put it at number 2 because it is a little bit more expensive, so I don't know how many of you guys are in the market for it. But 2 really high quality games and the GPU for $505 after the rebate, that is pretty great. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.